907 days ago, I started college. And after some of the best days of my life, I dropped out. Here's why I did it and why I think you should too.
I'm moving past the feeling, I'm past the feeling.
I've narrowed it down to 4 separate events that led up to me dropping out of college. Day 26, the day everything changed. It's 10 a.m. on a Friday, and I'm sitting alone in Business 101. I figured by now I'd have a whole new friend group, one that rivaled that of high school. I was proved wrong rather quickly when I learned the constant drinking and partying crowd wasn't really my scene. I guess I was looking for something more wholesome, and I just hadn't found that yet. Sitting next to me was this well-dressed guy wearing a Mac Miller sweatshirt. Now, not only do I love Mac Miller, but I also had that same exact sweatshirt. After class, I found the confidence to go up to him and compliment his style.
You said Aiden always busting a fit, man.
I said Aiden always busting a fit.
Yep, that's what you said.
That's so cringy.
I mentioned I was a photographer and offered to take photos with him. Next week after class, we both wore our Mac Miller hoodies and we set off to explore our college town for the first time. His name was Aiden, and he was just like me. Still getting settled in at college, not quite feeling at home yet. He'd taken up fashion because he wanted to express himself differently. He wanted to dress in his own style, listen to his own music, learn to play the guitar, and maybe one day start a band. He was a true modern day rebel, and I was fascinated.
I had this idea that I wanted to do. I wanted to paint my nails, but I was always way too afraid to do it. And then I was like, well, my parents aren't here, so like, why not? I stopped caring about whether or not that was me because I could make it me, you know?
After climbing buildings and taking photos, for the first time since arriving in college, I felt like I had found what I was looking for. An adventure buddy. And just like that, a bromance was born. Okay, I realize I'm on my knee, I'm proposing him in this photo. I promise this is just the bromance, this is not one of those Wattpad stories. The photo shoots kept on coming. Each time we'd outdo ourselves. Fake blood, falling leaves, the freezing cold, we did it all.
Smoking cigarettes with pretty girls inside my head. Do you remember when you said you smoked it less and then you ashed it on your dress?
Except neither of us could have prepared for our greatest adventure yet. Day 270, the last day of freshman year, and also the day we broke into the football stadium. I rallied our friends together to go on one last adventure.
I had no idea what your plan was. You literally just said, I'll bring my camera, and I was like, shit.
The stadium is really easy to break into because there's always a door open that leads onto the field. Except for this night, every single door was locked.
And the only way for us to actually get into the stadium was to hop a fence.
Yeah.
One by one, we all hopped the fence. Except for Aiden. He stood on the other side, looking terrified.
I mean, dude, like, whenever there's something that I know is going to be a lot of fun and I know is probably going to be amazing, I see it, but it's like shrouded in like a cloud of anxiety. So I'm like, the cops are going to find us, or like we're going to get in trouble. I'm going to get expelled. It's a similar thing to like what held me back with style. Like I was like, I can't do that. That's not me. You guys can go have fun. I'll be over here. This is safer. But then like I took a moment and like saw everybody, right? And you guys are already all over the fence. Like, why not? You know? I just remember I was like, fuck it.
And what followed was the greatest night of my life.
I think we're all really giddy and we're like sneaking through the stadium. It's a ghost town, obviously, right? It's silent in there and it's so massive and it's just for us. We're sort of fooling around on the field. There's these golf carts. I don't know whose idea it was. I think it was Kat's. And she notices that the keys are still in them. And literally all of us turn around and we're like, oh my God, I cannot believe you just did that.
Cat, drive it. Drive that shit. Stop. Can you know how to control it? Yeah. Okay. Dude, why do I want to ride it on the field? Can I hop in? Aiden's probably shitting his pants right now. Let's find if there's another one with a key in it so we can race those two. Aiden, I know you're shitting yourself right now. Bro. I know you're shitting yourself. Dude, you were afraid a minute ago, now you're like, listen. You didn't tell me we're gonna be fucking racing.
We're looking for like a second cart.
Alright, what does the key look like?
And in the back of my head, I'm just like, I hope we don't find a second cart. Like,
Me too.
what cart is it now?
Me too. And guess who fucking found it? Me. I found the second golf cart and I was like, guys, and you were like, no way.
That looks like a key. Cat, is that the key?
Probably.
We're gonna race these joints.
We split up in these 2 golf carts and we just start racing them around the field.
Alright, guys, versus girls race. Go, 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 run! And you weren't gonna come, you bitch. We're gonna fucking come.
It was also the first time that I'd realized our boundaries of adventure were limitless. If we wanted to do something, no matter the legality, we would make it happen. So long as I had my camera by my side, documenting these moments, it would serve as living proof that we could do anything. And we did. That following year, we took on whole new adventures. Glitter bombs, pumpkin heads, speeding trains, dancing like kids again. We'd watch this YouTuber named Valspire and try to emulate his carefree nomadic lifestyle. In this one video, he bought a bunch of fireworks and set them off in a shopping cart. And we told ourselves that one day, we'd do that too. And as fun as it all was, the real world started creeping up on us. Internships, networking, handshaking. Photo shoots turned to headshots. Life experiences turned to work experiences. 5 months passed. I could feel us drifting apart.
I mean, thankfully we both got our internships that summer, right?
100%.
I got rejected from every single one of mine. I don't know about you, but
I scooped popcorn for 3 months.
It was pouring rain out when I received my last rejection letter, and that was my breaking point. I hit up Aiden for an adventure, for old time's sake.
so I think I might have called you and I was like,
Called me. You phrased it. You were like, dude, well, you want to go shoot like an aesthetic video in the rain, like jumping in puddles and running around and shit? And I'm like, yes.
Day 628, the day I gave up. We ended up having a really emotional conversation on the field that night. I left the camera rolling and captured everything that we were dealing with.
I give up. Like, I'm so fucking done with like doing this bullshit school, applying for these internships that I don't even care about. If they don't want me, then fuck it. You know, like I'll do my own thing. I think I'll have way more success if I just do my own thing. I just give up.
No matter where I'm at in life, there's still a nagging voice saying I gotta do this, and I don't know when that's ever gonna end. Like the nagging voice I want is like, when are you gonna get your next tattoo? When are you gonna walk on a runway? When are you gonna go to Tokyo, bro? When are you gonna like? When are you gonna live? I wanna go see the backseat level so bad.
Yes, yeah.
That's like literally they are inspiring this new chapter in my life. I wanna like pursue music.
I want to see you get really into guitar and start playing shows and stuff. That'd be really cool.
I think what I gotta do is just stop being afraid. My biggest goal in my life is to just be who I want to be and look how I want to look and accept myself for who I am, because I spent 19 years of my life not doing it.
I took my own advice that summer. I took a chance on myself and flew out to LA to work on this video project with a group of people I'd never met before. I felt like I had just switched lanes, deserting the path I was supposed to go down. I figured I'd eventually land a corporate job out of college and work in the city. Now, I wasn't so sure, and I loved it. And Aiden listened to his advice too. He picked up the guitar that summer, and he started playing every single day.
I still have your picture on the wall. Still have nightmares around. They call you to calm down. As
As the next year came by, Aiden and I were more confident in ourselves than ever before. I wish I could say that we went on our best adventures yet this year, but that didn't happen. No, instead we were working. Not for someone else though. This time we worked on ourselves. Aiden sat in his room, practicing chords. I spent hours every day glued to my screen editing videos. It's funny how years ago we'd started alone in our rooms, and here we were in our rooms again. But now we knew an adventure was only a phone call away. I knew that I wasn't going to finish my junior year. After all this time shooting and editing videos and loving every second of it, I couldn't sit in business class for another semester. After some teary-eyed phone calls with mom and dad later, I booked a one-way flight to Los Angeles to pursue filmmaking. As ecstatic as I was, I knew that this meant one thing: the end of my adventures with Aiden. After all the change we'd helped each other go through, it was time for us to go our separate ways. But instead of moping about it, we knew what we had to do. It was time to buy those fireworks. Day 907, the day I dropped out. The plan? Step 1, drive to Indiana and buy fireworks. Step 2, steal a shopping cart. And step 3, set off said fireworks in said shopping cart. My flight was the next morning, so we had one night to do it all. Things had to go perfectly to plan, or else we'd lose out on our final adventure. We drove to this really eerie part of Indiana. I'd arranged to meet my fireworks dealer named Dan outside his store in the middle of the night. It was pretty sketchy. I'm on high alert. We're just in a pretty sketch area, and it's getting late. But in the back of my head, I was like, I know this is gonna happen. I know that when the two of us are in a room together, like something great will happen. We're not gonna walk away empty-handed.
Damn, I don't have any more Hell's Uzis. I do got these giant.
Well, Hell's Uzis?
Hell's Uzis?
Here's Hell's Flamethrower.
Okay.
Holy fuck.
Holy crap.
That's my face right there.
Is that actually your face?
No fucking way.
It is my face.
Oh, that's too funny. Wow, you're famous, Dan.
Hell yeah.
This is 100 shots, I think, 196. The Hell's Flamethrower has 600 some shots.
Okay, yeah, we might not need that. With our fireworks in hand, we were now on to step 2, stealing a shopping cart.
Wait, that can low-key fit, bro.
No, it's not gonna fit. Y'all, we can't just do this.
I'm like ready to go. I'm like, all right, like let's get the shopping cart, let's get the fireworks, like let's do this.
How are you feeling, Aiden?
Terrified.
Terrified about what?
A tweak.
What's wrong, dude?
I'm a tweak.
Tweaking about what?
All of a sudden, I just like hear this voice come out of you. It just like totally took me by surprise.
I'm back behind the fence, dude. Back behind the fence.
Listen.
You scared?
Yes. But I'm always scared.
You're always scared.
Yeah, I have anxiety. 'Cause things just start like going through my mind like, oh, we're gonna go to Indiana and then bring them back here. I think illegally. But I'm like, oh, whatever, that's fine. And then something else builds up to where we're stealing a shopping cart. And then we buy the lighter. It starts as something small and then it blows up into, damn, my future's ruined.
We've broken into buildings. We've broken into a couple buildings at this point. We've stolen.
And I tweak every time.
How do you feel after we do it?
Alive.
Aiden, let's feel alive, dude.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
This is something that's been in the works for over a year. Like, just fucking do it. Just do it, man. And I think then I fully embraced everything you taught me there.
There's always two versions of Aiden whenever we do something that really pushes the bounds, and there's this like immensely anxious person who's in his head too much, and then there's like the Aiden that I know that he needs more, that's not enough, and I can always tell the switch has gone off. And that night, sure enough, it just switched, and we were like, all right, let's go. I'm in the car, and it's just go time.
Show me the fit or the cadence you want me to play. Good morning. Show me where the time, the other end of this train.
The This isn't meant to glamorize dropping out of college. In fact, I'm not even dropping out. I'm taking a gap semester. It's 6 months on my own, alone in LA, figuring myself out. And it's not perfect. I'm fucking lonely out here. I left everything back in college. My friends, my relationship, my life. No, it's about taking a leap of faith. Stopping and asking yourself, is this really what I want to be doing, or should I make a change? It's about gaining the confidence to ask that kid in your class if he wants to take photos together. It's about picking up that guitar you've always wanted to play. It's about jumping that fence.